And you are not small. You guys are big. Koreans are known for their tenacity. You know, they don't give up. When they are losing till the last minute, they don't give up. And I want to leave a message to them that, you know what? We are better.
In possession of the ball, trying to look for a South Korean player. Gideon Mensah, Prince Edu, and then Prince Owusu all trying to press. The ball has been sent to the left-hand side, but then it's back to the right-hand side of the game on the field. Kim Min-jae back into the possession. The ball is being sent to Son in midfield, but then Sibo presses, and the ball is being sent to the half of the South Koreans, back to the right-hand side. Now, but then still the South Koreans are still in possession of the ball. I thought that should have been a throw-in. Yeah. But then the referee says play on. Then the South Koreans are still in possession of the ball. The ball is back in midfield. A long ball has been sent into the left-hand side, but then Ali Seidu goes to the cover, and then Benjamin Asare now has possession of the ball. It looks like how has Otuado been able to maneuver all midfield? Now the South Koreans are not able to have their way into the midfield, making it very difficult for them to, play the ball through midfield. That's why they are trying to use the wings. Credit to Sibu and then Jirinchi.
Yeah, who are doing a lot of the work in the midfield. They are getting a lot of help also from the attackers as well. You can see that the wingers drop into the midfield, even into the defense, to ensure that they provide that additional cover, adding up to the bodies to ensure that they don't give the South Koreans any breathing space. It's a good instruction and a good tactic from Coach Otuado, and it's obvious that they learned a lot from that game against Japan. The instructions have been different, and the players might have also watched the game against Japan again after that encounter, after that defeat, and saw that they needed to do more than they did, and we are seeing a lot more from the players this morning.
All right, and so goalless. Ghana, they have a throw in. Ali Seidu with the ball, trying to locate a Black Stars player. The ball is back to Jirinchi. Keeps possession, sends the ball to Sibo. That's the ball to Gideon Mensah. Gideon Mensah in a long ball, but then the Korean steps up and then takes possession of the ball. But then a press from Prince Owusu back. The Koreans are in possession of the ball, but then Gideon Mensah's tackle results in a foul. A quick, free kick has been taken by the Koreans. The Koreans still have possession in their own half, trying to build up. The ball is back to the skipper of the side, and then he's trying to build up from the first half, from their own half, and trying to locate a player. And anytime the Koreans are in possession, you see the Black Stars players all coming back into their half, leaving just Prince Edu Kwabena only up there. Now you could see that Prince is just the only person trying to press. You look at all the players are back in their own half.
I think at this point in time it is very important because you want to be a bit conservative. You don't want to commit any error that will result in something. So it's more like let's all do it, let's all come. When pressure is let's come on the cover. So I think that is what they need to do at this point because nobody wants to commit any error at this point that will result in something.
All right, and so Kamaldeen's run has resulted to a free kick for the Black Stars. Yeah, that was a free kick for the Black Stars, and hopefully the Black Stars can be able to take advantage of this free kick. The first free kick for the Black Stars in the half of the Koreans. 30 minutes played. This is South Korea 0, Ghana 0 at the Seoul World Cup Stadium, all the way in South Korea. And then Christopher Bonsuba standing behind the ball. Hopefully his free kick will be able to locate a Ghanaian player. Long ball that was a poor one into the half of the 18-yard box. But then the Koreans have possession again. Eric, that was disappointing, isn't it?
A disappointing one, but I think it was our first shot on target, which is very good. Maybe we are just getting into our groove, and hopefully it will be a better effort next time. It looked like a lob pass instead of a shot at goal. I think the technique that he used was very bad, and he didn't get the right kick off the ball to cause any harm or create an opportunity for some of the other attackers. Let's just see that in the next opportunity that will come, they will make use of it. And Mediama's Prince Owusu too, I think he's doing so well. He's causing a lot of problem in the attack, and it's very good to see. Let's just keep doing what we are doing. Let's continue to fight for the 50-50 balls and make use of the possession as and when we come. When we are in possession, and it will be very good.
All right, and so still 62% possession for the Koreans, and then the Black Stars having just 38% share of the possession. Ghana has been able to get a shot on target. The Koreans are yet to record a shot on target. At least that is something positive for the Black Stars.
But so far, by what we have seen, I do not really see that particular number in 62 against the Black Stars.
Yeah.
Because if you watch the kind of performance of the Black Stars, for me it looks like 50-50.
Yeah. That sounds fair.
All right, so still the Koreans in the ball, with the ball in their own half, trying to build up once more. The Black Stars trying to press high. The ball, Christopher Babonsu, trying to keep the ball, but then the ball results to a throw for the Koreans. It has been a decent performance from the Black Stars.
Absolutely.
Looking at how they performed against Japan.
If there's any player who knows how to play against the South Korean, it's Jordan Ayew. Remember, prior to the 2014 World Cup where we beat them 4-0, Jordan Ayew was on target. He scored hat-trick in that particular game. So I think his services is maybe lacking in this particular game, but unfortunately he's not available.
Gideon Mensah with a good ball back. The ball is back to Kamaldeen again, but once again the ball is a foul. An advantage to the Black Stars, and it looks like gradually Kamaldeen is warming himself into the game. And that was a foul. I'm imagining if that shouldn't have been a foul, that could have been a very dangerous ball for the South Koreans. But then just at the left hand side on the Korean half, and Christopher Bonsuba again with the ball. Hopefully he will try to do better this time around.
This is a very, very great opportunity in a very, very advantageous position for the Black Stars. If they can make good use of this opportunity, it will be great.
Hopefully. It's a goalless. South Korea 0, Ghana 0. A long ball into the 18-yard box, but no, the Koreans have cleared the ball. And a long ball, a short no, but still the Black Stars are complaining of a handball, but then no, it has resulted into a corner. Ajeti trying to shoot the ball, but then Kim Min-jae prevented the ball from going into the back of the net. The Black Stars were complaining of a handball. I don't see where the handball is.
I do not really see it. It doesn't look like a handball, but that was a fantastic strike from him.
From Gideon Mensah,
Great.
Great. A battle between Ajeti and then Kim Min-jae there. It's a corner for the Black Stars. Kamaldeen behind the ball. Hopefully they will try to make use of this set piece. Remember, the Blacks have been scoring from corners of late, and it's a poor one, a poor header from Ajeti, Prince Edu Owusu, Prince Kwabna Edu. That particular one, that header was a very, very poor one. Still the Koreans in possession of the ball. A short one. The Koreans trying to build up once more. And the ball has been located into midway half onto the... But then Jurenchi presses the Korean player. And that was a poor shot from the Black Star striker, Eric. That should have been... But then still Ghana keeping possession. Christopher Bonsuba locates Caleb Rijip. Jurenchi locates Kamaldeen Sulemana. A one-on-one with... Kamaldeen, but then he sends the ball back to Gideon Mensah. Gideon Mensah locates, Caleb Jurenchi. Jurenchi keeps the ball, sends the ball back to Pompepro locates Ajeti sends the ball to Christopher Bonsuba. Bonsuba sends the ball to Aledi Seidu. Aledi Seidu keeps the ball. That's a very a good pass, but then no. Caleb Jurenchi still keeps the ball. The ball is back to Pompepro locates Gideon Mensah. A short pass into Kamaldeen, but then the Koreans have regained possession. No, Blacks have pressed Korea to keep or to regain the ball. Bonsuba keeps the ball. No, But no, still, Bonsuba in possession of the ball. But no, there's nobody in the 18-yard box of the Black Stars. Pepper still, the boys with Pepper now. The Black Stars still in possession, no. Pepper still holds on to the ball. Back, the ball is back to Kwesisibo. Kwesisibo locates Christopher Bonsuba on the right-hand side of the game. The ball is back to Kwesisibo. Kwesisibo send the ball back to Ali Seidu. Ali Seidu with the ball now. Ali Seidu sends the ball back to Kwesisibo. Kwesisibo sends the ball back to Caleb Irenchi with the ball now. Irenchi being pressed, but then he sends the ball back to Christopher Bonsuba now. A long shot, and that was a poor one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But for me, it has been an impressive performance from the Black Stars. This obviously, like I did indicate, looked like an improvement of the performance we saw on Friday, and you can see a bit more.
We should be leading by 3-4 goals because Bona South Korea airborne. Nothing shows say Omi a threat to this Black Stars team. But then so far, I think the boys in Abaso, they not jittered pressure be a new also, and they are playing as if they've been there for more than 2 weeks. And this is where we need to applaud the coaches or Ejuma or Maye.
Sima Edriasa and what we were for 38 minutes. And I can see them South Korea and Shabi, Ghana and Shabi. But across South Korea or Ghana for them. Becca say no, Bianim say South Korea beating me and Ghana babe. Me no an answer me and San so Sima Edriasa and Kro Fedika will be entering for ball. And to the young co at them will be a Jibona and the modern boy a sweaty. Kim in Jai. Chong Hu Min. I could have came in Jai. Chong Hu Min, what do you grab on in my South Korea? The one I'm funny fan. Can't attack in the air. And one of Mushadim some bit here. Sending me a walk up on S. Pepe. And then Uncle Fakan see a coso or sold walk up International Stadium no. And also Omo yes say on the page bonnet at the Black Stars of Ghana defenders national fee. What my camp on at Tottenham. Lee Taisuk. A corner kick here, boy, here. Ghana. Ali Seidu. Bonnet him. Song Hu Min, one of the Japan that here, the South Korea or no, and another pay where you're signing, and I said captain. And the South Korea. A center referee catch on say, Womumra. Man, we said Kaduri and Chi when they came in Jai. Referee Shane Abe, a corner kick. Who means son, what an example that Chidima South Korea, who means so a chance, goalkeeper. Benjamin Asari Asobo no media Black Stars of Ghana wa Bobo Tente dia chemu. Okay, so command goalkeeper Son Bunkin.
A good positioning by Benjamin Asari, and I think say he had a clear vision of the ball. And yes, idea those would have been dangerous because most times your ball corner now the flick from the first post, and very difficult to defend against because you don't know where the ball will be dropping. But I think Ben Asari making sure say Obey rooted on this line. I waited for the action, and so when player had the ball, he was right there at the right position, ultimately making the save for the Black Stars. Good work from Asari.
Sima Adriana Bako enter when 41 minutes in the ball. I can see them. Kamadin between the one to attempt. Kamadin action so that be. What train Bako? But yes, I got you know, and on me born the field. Park Jae-sung. Bono. And it to me, you bought a few. A throw in Ghana between Prince and Dukabana. Then so there be born a trash. A throw in a year to the Black Stars of Ghana. So who Ghana between me to attend what was short. Then so one up premier corner kick. Park Jae-sung. One on the quay sound from Zombie achieve for the finish. Kamadi Suleiman a short of when they copy me. A Koyanka goalkeeper Son Bun-Kim. A corner kick. Kamadi Suleiman on a coach upon Eti. Area Mari Black Stars of Ghana. Kamadi. A pick up on the action. Calibri and Chi. A chip on a bit me across a bob and aquapin. South Korea. A bob on a tentia action. Nelson Gideon Mensah. A far one appearance of the command goalkeeper. Benjamin Asare. When I'm a Sisigo. Gideon Mensah chip on a open Kuman Faso. A pega area chemo, Prince Educap. A Jinabono so quest a do Yajibon feeding some. Sima idea 99 of 80 in 44 minutes and the abo I can see my echo. I was so walk up a stadium and I was so. And Uncle Fa can see South Korea and Ghana able. Be entering for born to the young quarter. Quasi Sibo. Piasso, Eddie Amali do Seidu. Seidu Bona Quachacoma, Jonas Sajeti, and Jeti Kojo upon Pipra, Kojo the Bonafan Finfi. Kamati Suleiman and Esbon and Timiako, Jonas Sajeti. Piasso de Ama, Christopher Bonsuba, Bonsu de Amali do Seidu, Seidu de Aquati, whatever Christopher Bonsuba. Ba peja bono ya Fabinkum Nanko Gideon Mensah Nenso Lee Tai-Soo Pianso Amani goalkeeper Son Bun-Kim Simedi Anano Nyina Son referee Siemfa Sima ba kontoso Oh Debbie Christopher Bonsu ba ntimi anyina bono so amana trash here throw in ayeto edetia Ghana Kim Min-jae. What am I? Chu Yu-min. Jumin de Bonafide Fifia Kakoma. Lee Tai-Soo. Kim Min-jae. Simadi Ananu Nasu de Bakwato so back when NTB Ebeson. I'm a referee share na bed I can't say of 50 kind of Abanawi. South Korea NCB. Ghana NCB. And Uncle Fa can see a phenomenon airball. I was so walk up a stadium. A referee share na bed I can't say of 50 kind of Abanawi. The Warriors are now the Tigers of Asia. And the Black Stars of Ghana. And the Tibweni of Eddie Canada will be anti Fabo, Anthony Nonquatin.
Very good first half. Chances on the 9 Dawson ever game no more. Two teams now should in create enough scoring opportunities. But at least Tima no a bit deadly when surging forward. They said the Black Stars were a bit deadly when surging forward than the South Koreans. But Yintimi and Shada I hit a shot on target in the first 45 minutes. Goalkeeper Yintimi and Shada make enough saves ever game no more. And it shows say the potency out front, you know, and Shada in war FM other Black Stars. But for the South Koreans, at least we saw one or two movements. Ben Asari would have to come from his line, not be grab a ball, no MIA. Then again, that header, Ben Asari had to be at the right position to make that save for the Black Stars. And Ebwaye, holding forth the first 45 minutes goalless draw. So far, at least we are seeing a bit of positive. Makadada say, we're a team now. A lot of people would have their qualms about how the Black Stars team, but in this particular game, the first 45 minutes, Otuado and Rentino has showcased a bit of resilience. They've shown, say, on any other given day, say, more opportunity, say, almost competing for position in the Black Stars. Equally good, say, competing for a position in the Black Stars. The first 45 minutes, yes, we enjoyed a very good game. We hope that going into the second half, Otuado and ranked and remember in strongly. Different players will be introduced. Now, Yashe Hawa almost be to me managing. For Ben Asari, I'm happy for him. A lot of conversation and a buyer on board at this stage. And Tienko Triano. But in this game, he's as calm as you would ever expect from a goalkeeper. He's making sure say obey the right things at the right time. And then the mental strength, the mental fortitude. Because we know say locally any games during the World Cup qualifiers, he was number one, and so if he's in number one, let's say you expect a lot more from him. These are games, of course, won't mean what they are assessing the brave, but they are games that would be try a win quality, and I'm happy.
Baba share game in Ankasa itself. It was Yenda Bismarck Kweku Sapanasi. First 45 minutes or the live commentary. They are my for the kind. So first 45 minutes, you know, a share the course room. Game no, etimi a fairly kind of etimi about the South Korea intimi and Shebisan so Elankana. So intimi and say, yeah, but dying na yaji abofo enkrato aba yeba first 45 minutes action say course nyina no yeba behwe na ba di ho enkomo na bibia enso etimi akoso. MTN everywhere you go, high sense, everyday prices for everyday people, and of course they will chop money or say afa Blue Jeans energy drink for your high performance and endurance. My way, and yeah, my way out. Kase, no way. And I feel my life, live more. Omada Roma, and Jumedaka, and I say, so Jumedino, yet, bro, my life from Pacho, star 65, star 165. Not what joining, Nija, I'm to promise me, Bibia, etimi akosie papa ede am abusa ya dan ho ba me dey offer teachment sir you.
Let's enjoy the match together. I think you'll actually perform best when you're actually enjoying the game. And lastly, let us think of our president small. Let's think of our president, John Dramani Mahama. The man is really working on. And all of you think president can do anything. You think that he has all the power. It's the most loneliest job you can think of. And he takes such joy and certain, what should I say, encouragement when he sees that our youngsters, like you, are performing in world stages. And today, as the Ghana's ambassador to Korea, may I appoint all of you as Ghana's ambassador to Korea on the pitch. Please, big voice. So boy, yeah. So boy, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's give it up.
Voice be menene ya adwene. The team, I said, a Victor Osimhen team. Without him, omo ya nothing. Anya hwe kura no mzuzu. Without Victor Osimhen, come wo. Aloko Dari. Ademola Lookman. By African standards, who team now will be some more chukwueze, who will be in your team. Africa, they said they want to know. Yes, so Mobaham to come to say the French national team in Europe. But Ademi Subaba had familiar with the Nigerian national team. What are the last two World Cups qualifiers in Ayabona? Talent there by next standard, no. I'm not sure so lucky. Sometimes it might be selection problem, but baby, I mean, who's the problem? Can say no one say when you are used to one thing. That's how the corner at the action at the corner failure. You need to make changes. say offer team na anko 2022 na ubenya some of these players to create competition you need to bring in other players and now make say mentia say reason why Kayode at Brentford it's not the starting right back for the Italian national team by Di Lorenzo Nebo Italian national team right back. Two.
Kayode no true
yes.
hard.
Ono na so boy Italy right back.
True say United no.
Say Italy team no.
True say
Liverpool no. Say Italy be in a 4-back system. At no point and I said the left back of the Italian national team I said Di Marco Nobo. Because Di Marco is a system player or function in a 3-back system whilst operating as a left wing back. Italy in the last 5-6 years, their best left back is Leandro Spinazzola. And Obi Oshe Euro 2000 even at the age of 31, so in the Napoli jersey. When you are doing transition, you cannot go to where kick out experienced players. Yes, maybe he might not be playing the top leagues in Europe. But to be to say Marco Verratti, looking at deep line playmakers at Italy at Tramunino, at the end of 2025, now say Italy starting game, now Manolo Catelli, and a ball as a defensive midfielder. Now coach S. Niwua na de obe replacing your Brian Cristante. Enti asini. So what them tell say? Enti they have a system problem which I understand. But enti me must say a country that has won the World Cup 4 times. We be kan one na 3 enti me qualify for the World Cup. And say no we should game ni bia. Mentally, the Italian players are weak. Excellent first half. Yes, Omuntimi said no way now to qualify. But they needed to send a message. Say Italy is not dead. Musa ball short Bakubi. Then the next one born at the net. Then the Italian national team collapsed. This has been a problem. Omufu say Italians friend Grenta. See, will be on this idea the Italian national team. Yes, maybe tactically he might not be up there with great Italian coaches. How many opportunity to coach the national team? But that's a great time to say how you psych yourself to approach issues. Obiano are better than Gennaro Gattuso. So let's bring in Gattuso. But anyone gave nature clearly say
tactical problem.
Oh, say, Ode, when you pick Italian national team coaches, or Modi Italiaco World Cup, and they are standard. Even the last World Cup, Cesare Prandelli, tactically is ahead of Gattuso. Over before, no Marcello Lippi, over Cesare Prandelli, over Giovanni Trapattoni, over Arrigo Sacchi. I think all these coaches, based on what they had achieved our club football, because Italy they Arrigo Sacchi by the 1994 World Cup. So don't know the Champions League too. After Sacchi, Cesare Prandelli, the Euro under 21 championship. No one with the Italian under 21 2 times. And that generation now never 1988, the likes of Nesta Cannavaro, Totti, Del Piero, Omunina, no one of them. It in the story was like Jose Peckerman with the Argentine national team. After no Giovanni Trapattoni, after Trapattoni, but he had won the Champions League, achieved at club level. Juventus, Fiorentina, Inter, Bayern Munich. Ofriho and Marcello Lippi by. Lippi was also a proven winner. After Lippi, Zoto Makofa Ventura, Mancini came won the European Championship. Until Ofoma Gattuso level on 87 Ventura. But what Gattuso want to say? Or was saying near dinner, Otimi psyching himself up. Even when the battle is difficult, Gattuso fights a way to fight. That was what they wanted to bomb Italian national team. And at his back, or Leonardo Bonucci, or the team manager of the national team, Gianluigi Buffon. These are players they have seen it all in football.
Right.
The problem is Whilst I think they have a system, but once last time now Fabregas can't say me say almost lucky young talent. And I make say Debbie. Are you so many already a FIFA under 17 tournament in the year? If you won the FIFA under 17 tournament and the last 2 editions of the FIFA World Cup, and your country almost lucky talent. But the problem is the big clubs are not even giving the young players opportunity to play. Something in Spain is being easy. Salami Yamaye Italian, Kobo Serie C. Kobo Serie C. Sankobi se Kubasi, Italian. Every Kobo Serie D. They are not giving the young players opportunity to develop well. And if they are not competing at the highest level, I'm today in the BC. But this Norway team, Zoto, is scary. Norway team, we now come boy without their captain Martin Odegaard. And on say, Adeyemane Yehuni say they have a striker. He doesn't need 3 chances as an watch one goal. Only 1.5. No watch go. And for the first 50 minutes, he was out of the game. 1 chance pa na ball ne da net washe. Inti bama boda. That is it. Nigeria asem no. It's like another generation na fairly on my friends energy. Yes, they come with names, but they fail to deliver. Yeah, Kata 2022 no. Yeah, time again they be sure no. Yakura ne yetigana ha ne dia na eba ne yesu Bumwani a body Victor Osimhen Napoli Ademola Lookman Ola Aina Troy Sekon and the names that Namzo to Yetrasi mentioning the kind of performance and you want to move Europe no. It was like a game where they bed and eventually you had the qualification ahead of them after see a question 1-0 Abuja and they qualify. And once I watch Nigeria team now. Saturdays I keep to cancel me yes. One coach in your board to take certain decisions. Whilst we are too dependent on Victor Osimhen. Watching the team carefully, it doesn't look like a balanced team compared to the DR Congo team. Because especially in the second half, time on free, a mobile second half, no mobile without Victor Osimhen. That was the end of the Nigerian team. Aside that, no, why will a coach decide to play in a crucial game? James Otobo against DR Congo, one of the most improved sides the last 3 years in African football. Wabo Chukwueze, Wabo Lookman, Wabo Osimhen, Wabo Iwobi. Shebebi and Chukwueze were pretty free. More in the middle than a winger. Robert na Wasano. Now the Nigeria issue is serious. They say, once we are here discussing Nigeria. So we do any question for man. Every single national team, I'm to or an assessment or the future no. Do you in the future you're under 20 under 17? Or Nigeria under 20 no under 17? The story is not different from their senior national team. Yet here on the Ghana World Cup but the future doesn't look good for us. Maybe a one tournament we might think say yeah, but after we it's another generation are feeling Nigeria for but DR Congo deserve it. So when you pick their whole story, because Nigeria cry at a point in some games in Zimbabwe, you know about Lesotho, I will hope. Yes, every country here a big player in difficult moment to save them. But one team for minor this one you know go see na beti so.
Na striker no prayer na.
Osimhen ye o prayer.
Oh.
One team for minor this one you know go see na beti so. So we try say Victor Osimhen will save you. No. Sometimes he needs other players' effort. No the Canadian na ba be kan. Enti omo Nigeria no so to so issue so. Omo NFF no say omo charge omo so time. Omo so omo nyina free office ho.
NFF for.
Omo nyina obi en free o.
Players in the zone be come on.
The Nigeria man no so obi en free o.
The players in the zone go krom ho na.
There omo do omo.
Say omo go see obe.
Say omo say at the crucial moment na Next players they concentrating on. Omo drew Morocco no. The first thing they were asking for. Hey, omo go no.
So much in the no boy. Omo bo ashe for we.
No, before omo ne Gabon no. And omo started say dey no.
Some we Gabon no.
Omo be Gabon no. Omo drew Morocco no.
And they scored 4.
When what they started? Is it Iwobi? And they tried
any antics, any the lack of control no born in man who be near no obi make sure so or the right position. He's able to position the defenders pretty well, and he's able to control the goal area. And no Emmanuel and
standard no. I'm not sure so lucky. Sometimes it might be selection problem, but baby I mean who's the problem? Can say no one say when you are used to one thing. Na sa de ko ade chi ade sa de ko ni failure. You need to make changes. Say offer team na anko 2022 na. Ubenya some of these players to create competition, you need to bring in other players. And now Metia make say. Mentia say reason why Kayode at Brentford. It's not the starting right back for the Italian national team. By Di Lorenzo Nebo Italian national team right back. 2.
Can you don't know true
yes.
Hard.
Or don't also boy Italy right back.
True say United no.
Say Italy team no.
True say
Liverpool no. Say Italy be in a 4-back.
Inti ensem no. So yeah na yene Bismarck what was the second half no no the other trust go but say Korea we say what no enya sabuto a what na plus na -0 and say -2 and
Rafi Ashena Mesa Kensro fe to so mienu Yemfa enhihye South Korea yen sakaye mienu Chewe se Otuado enso betima yen sakaye Born Kura Alidu Seidu Nenso South Korea omaje Kim In-jae South Korea crabon over finfin Robo ayen sakaye mienu Hu Johnson ababechem sanso Ena Kim Min-ju One also ababechem si akane be area ma South Korea Romo crabon over finfin FM The Piasso so the Blasters of Ghana Kamal Din Suleiman Aje Wasade bona kwa kwache Calibri Enchi The Piasso the bona finfin Bona isa here and also the Blasters of Ghana Kwesisibo Christopher Bonsuba, what am I to say to? I do the Amakarabin Rienchi. I do the Bonakakama, Jonas Ajeti, Ajeti Pianso command the goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Asari the Bonafide Fifi, Calibrienchi, what trick Kamakaba, Quasisibo. Quasi Crabon and the modern boss, any papa, I can see him. Kamanti Suleimana, a Payabon the Bonafide Faso. Prince Owusu, Piasso, the Bona Kwakoma, Calibrienchi, Nelso, corner kick.
That was Ali Diseidu. I think it was a very, very good run from Ali Diseidu. Okoto Bono, I expected say Obebo a year shot across and in term, but he decided say Enka Obenya one more touch on the ball, and then the man came in jar, Ebe cover a year that space now yet to me utilizing that chance, but. In the second half, I can see the urgency in the Black Stars. Yeah, we say Omobetimi utilizing the set pieces. I told you, Otuado, one of the strength set pieces since will take you over the Black Stars, and so far we are doing very well.
Christopher Bonsubani, Japan, actually, the Black Stars of Ghana, and Robo Bono, Amama clear bon everywhere. Ali do say do. But the Bona Kwakwache. Body across South Korea with Piasso Quechi. A foul here, boy, the Black Stars of Ghana Sunset, Gideon Mensah. One week of Pia. King Jugu at the top form. Kim In Jai. Cho Young Min. I pick up on the pass to the one at him. Go and say, I got him reference there, the entrasso. Caribbean Chief Crab on the Black Stars of Ghana. Or them are Prince Owusu. Owusu, they are Christopher Bonsuba. Bonsuba, they are quite Chakoma Prince Owusu. Caribbean Chief. Gideon Mensah. Kamati Suleiman and Eswaka Kopia. I'm a referee at your foul at the Etiano. I can't say the way I young Kofa can see a friend in the Mian airport. Edia, I saw my one day I share. South Korea and Ghana and Edia Bueni. After 2022 World Cup Koso. Katano, when the Edika Fenumi and West Asia debut. South Korea. Pianso de Bonacoma. Kim Jong-un. In fact, I see no money address on Betty at the Boat to Ghana Trim. I pick up on the 10 pass of the gymnast to goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Asomu Ediama, the Black Stars of Ghana. Alidu Seidu. Gideon Mensah. Kwesi Sibo. Jonas Ejeti. Alidu Seidu. Benjamin Asare. Shibona dia fani for dia Alidu Seidu. O trouble na tente di bona chim. Nenso Kim In Jai apim boda free o. South Korea, I'm not telling bomb home day papa. Samson and the Black Stars of Ghana almost were bomb home day. Be to me for a bomb to young quatrain. Offerta Simi no Sima Enumunta Mweni. But I say it. A goal kick. South Korea we here a manche etuba kwa wo mujina mo esi akade ma South Korea na wo mo bench no almost aye edunson and a ti bench ejobo to so ye papa so mbeti me the ball to Ghana tremo no and omugu so mo bomb mo de so mbeti ni aye sa ade no enso entimi fanfa ma wo mo apega ball na de achemu South Korea, and that's why you born a man trash here. I throw in a year to Ediatia. A Tigers of Asia. A throw in Alidu Seidu. One on the crab on a better way, Ghana. A two bonds will be a one car. Piazza command goalkeeper Son Bunkin. Bunke de wana kwa koma Chu Yu Min. Ko Yonku. Apega bona de achemo nenso Ghana Mranchanachi Kojo upon prepare Kwesisibo Prince Owusu Jibona near Jeffrey in 7 Prince Owusu the one I come across Kwesi the Calibrici Kwesi Asaji Bonne Piasso Eddie Fanifa where Yakwanya Eddie Magana Roberto Bonatu Prince Owusu Atwatana the Candia Magana offside. Nelson referee say offside.
That would have been one of the most beautiful goals we'd ever see. The calmness of Nyaye with 8-yard box in the ability say over picking that spot, and I think that he was offside. No, he was onside. Say Oshe the last man, which is the left back Edema, South Korea. He nearly played him onside, but I think that he was a fraction offside. A striker in a situation like this, I also will show calmness. Yes, Bono, but I think that putting the ball at the back of the net in the manner at which extra the mental strength. If Onya more confidence, Onya more opportunities, Obetime making use. I think the video assistant referee ever check it because before the start of the game, you will say the VAR no intact, but it was a very, very good display. That pass from Kwesi Sibo and that run. We can say he's always running the right way or making sure say stay onside. He was making sure say obey all the good runs. But then the supply is now every man a striker an opportunity to hit a shot at goal. No? And here the only thing I'm missing in this game. And when those defensive splitting pass was played through, Prince Edu Kabna X-ray. Why this season one of the top players, Edema Victoria players, and Czech Republic. Go on into me, but I think it's a good showing from the striker.
Prince Edu Kabna was a kind of a Bechem United on them to more Czech Republic. And then also a kind Edema Victoria Pleasant. Meka say a fee in the modern boss and ye papa. I shall say a bogo Sadema and a team Sasso. And UEFA Europa matches Nina Prince Examusi Academy Victoria Pleasant. A 4-year boy there, the Black Stars of Ghana say a little say do or can song who mean I didn't form. I'm a referee, Ajefao Ediatiano. Free kick board here. The Black Stars of Ghana, who say captain. Son who mean Ejna Bonetti. Back Jinsi Ejna Bonetti against Bolivia. Baby and a bonnet and a wa. And also Honsu, a branch and a ding, and the son who mean Epia Monde to Atrema. One will share Bolivia, Cabacom and Timiante. The against Ghana, San on Bessia, Wapin Bonabon and Timianco. I pinche in so much you Prince Edu Kabna. The Sodomo referee say a foul fanto now in Montia, South Korea.
Of course, that is a bookable offense in that state. I think that Prince Edu Kabna enya that confidence in the second half. He's taking on players or running with the ball. He's making himself available for the ball. And this is what was missing as a striker. Your team no more. So we're your strikers now. I've said this over and over again. Say currently Black Stars need a typical centre forward. Abranta the Jordan, you love to enjoy the game, as it goes on. Antoine Salam 7 or the best fit when the Obebo on the flanks. Into a typical number 9, the Black Stars. But Prince Edu Kabna prove say if given the opportunity, Obetima Baba that kind of a player at the other Black Stars. Yes, it's early days yet. I think say he's showing quality so far. I will give winning.
Corner kick for the Black Stars of Ghana. Lee Kain, Osiakai, Edema Paris Saint-Germain. Watch us say board winning ball. Yes, one and TV and Tottenham. Bonner Copim, Jonas Sajit, Kojo Pompe Prana, Emane Trash here. 8 corner kick, South Korea airport, the Black Stars of Ghana. Prince Edu Kapina. Wani Ohungu. Eye corner kick. Wapeja ball there. Jonas get up him. South Korea. What will you be as one betting at what ready Kawa Kaisi and so? Can I run tell say Davida? Gemma can pick up on the actually wapim goalkeeper Benjamin Asare Ibono.
We see from Benjamin Asare. I've always said, say, the position in air always spot on. And even when Born Ebaya now here off in the lines, you know, he was able to recover in timer. Ultimately, Nisa Apari ball over the bar. Very good showing from Benjamin Asare. We want him. We want to see some of these things. And on the best send the message that it is not because of ball against mediocre clubs, but even at a big stage, he will show the quality, and Ene will show the quality as well.
Corner kick here, boy. The Black Stars of Ghana. Sean Ho-min, one on the Chinaponachi. One on your sign and area. Anyone South Korea was saying about Peja area Chimo. Nenso Calibrianchi, a born everywhere. Romas are Pemediaba. Aliru Seydri. I can say my head, a Kohana Baha, a Kohana Baha. The Pians one and Timian quality say that you will faso. Aliru Pians the one quality. Kojo upon paper. Gideon Mensah. A trouble on it in Tedia Chemo. South Korea crab on the wall in Finfin FM. And that came in Jai, watch the Sampa. No more than what I was so. Bono ena wajire Prince Edu Kapina won team in favor into atenem Mashibo na chimne so Kadebri enchi apimbo na free amana trash here South Korea almost abayen sakai Samson and Ghana abayen sakai Kwan Hu Chin one ocean number 11 jersey Obam Abe Sean Ho-min a free move. Saso and a Ohungu, one of the I can't see him. Saso na Ghana Yesakaya Bahuse. Prince Owusu Afrimo, Emma Brandon Thomas Asante, one of our Bishop Bessia Kanibi, Ediama Ghana.
Coach and have a ball the 4-4-2 system, so it means that Prince Owusu now will play no. Brandon Thomas Asante, Ebed supported a year. I'm right at the other Prince Edu Kapina, and when he was said a bit of numbers when we need to attack. But South Korea is taking the lead against the round of play against the Black Stars.
South Korea should go Edikain. Lee Tai-suk washego Ediama South Korea. Lee Tai-suk washego Edikan Ediama South Korea baby opeja ball the final. Next goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Upon home to be an so went to me and so man attract South Korea Shabako Ghana intimi NTA.
Well, I think yeah, allow it the cross and man about 18-yard box anymore. And already we are playing running here to the far end of the post. Yes, it was very difficult. I think Asare could have done better in that situation. Say, Obetimi, ACV the ball. But then again, ultimately blame because already ball no ACFM. And those kind of situations, you know, are very difficult to save. He was close to the post, you know, so you're very careful about the but then again, I think this is where we'd expect the Black Stars to come in with a lot of strength at least you concede, how to recover after conceding, no, and then they the most important thing.
Referee say, foul, young Fantona, Yemuntia, Ghana is Salidu Seidu. Okucha Juan Hunkin, and then to form. Jeloka de Tosumino Cordia Malidu Seidu. Dedicain Ekoye. Etia South Korea, the Tosumino Cordia Malidu Seidu of Ghana. Where Yan Kofa can see a phenomenon in Ebo. Now, one more area saw my one dear share. Ghana, the former Kabakwa, one more 80 me empty. Lee Tai-suk, one on Ashagono, Ediama South Korea, goalkeeper Benjamin Asare, Pimboni see former finding some and a contract them.
A very poor goal to concede. Like I said, Sisia they born up to a net move. You may they recover after conceding this goal. And the most important thing in this game.
Jetwa can say so Ghana Chibon betting me and Ghana shot. Nelson a goal kick. Brandon Thomas Asante about the first touch. And a shot no boy, you know.
That was a very good pressing from Caleb Irenchi to win the ball. Brandon Thomas Asante, who said goalkeeper was off his line, he went for that strike and obviously missing the goal post by inches. Ghana into me, Enya the equalizer.
But across South Korea, woman Kasoma Fem. To say Captain Amba Nakoba Kim and Jai. I will see a kind of buying. The son said, so who mean if I can see him, Christopher Busuba. Piasso, Ediamali do Seidu, Calibrienchi, Christopher Bunsuba, the Vegibon reference so much. Abratian again, Ediquasi Subajibon, where Piasso, their Fabian Kumakoma, Gideon Mensa, Mensa Crambon Magana, Piasso, their Quechi, Kojo upon Pepra, Jonas Sajiti. Whatever Kojo upon people on 15. Kojo up in Yabon Chemo. Ali do say to me a Fabono, a Piasso Quechi, whatever Christopher Busuba, Pija, Wapin Nasudabi. Prince Adukabra Pimbon and so. Come on, Mamudu Wanyaha. I wore hop papa.
That was the cross from Lee Kag in. Solid player. Making sure say Obelokiti, the player not all running at the far post. A pinpoint cross, just an easy header, and then South Korea air one up. But I think say after conceding, you know a bit of urgency from the Black Stars. So maybe try say at least, if not for the whole 3 points, that's a victory. At least they will pick a point or a draw in this game, and that's what we are seeing. The inclusion of Brandon Thomas Asante, say about yield very good results, time in the match. But Obaya, at least you won't glimpses of a striker who is on form. His first start, first strike, and even though one intimate tournament in the air, but it was a very good try.
The Black Stars of Ghana, Krabon, Mankasa, my friend. Ali do Seidu. A Piazza Quetia, Kojo upon Pepra. Kojo Ejna Bonoso. A Piazza Quetia, check up a branch and the JT. Christopher Bunsubana, so Jibon at feeling some South Korea, Shabako Ghana and Timente, and Uncle Faka see a yebo. I was so walk up a stadium. I was so. I threw in the toward the Black Stars of Ghana. Kim on-ju. Nanso Jonas Ajeta J wa Piasso Ede Amali do Seidu. Kwesi se body afabe kuma Gideon Mensa. Gideon Ekrabon on 15. Piasso Ede Ama. Prince Adukabena. Kwesisimo, Calibri Enchi, Alidu Seidu, Christopher Bunsuba, Jonas Ajeti, Kojo Pompepra, Gideon Mensah, Prince Adukabra, Calibri Enchi, Christopher Bunsuba, Alidu Seidu, Obetimi across the ball at Champions goalkeeper, Sombun King, Asomu, Ediama, South Korea.
Very good move from the Black Stars, but I think say Alidu Seidu echo too wide, and I pass on also call and tempty. By the time I would do Honomono, na ball no echo cry and with power on the cross. So far, we are doing very well, especially picking positions, but the end result, the end product, any idea MSC with the Black Stars they gave them more. Rather unfortunate, Prince Edu Kabina might not continue because I think was stretching a muscle, and at this stage we are coach, you want to protect the players, very very difficult. Say Obetimatua game so, and I think they've had a very very good performance over this game.
Prince Edu Kabina. Eti agrupa manusonti yere fisi antwentwe so na afei jenhwema no honto no nya akwanya ento akansene so se ekoba se wantimi anto aso a ebe big blow edema go aye coach ane din ede otuado ene technical team no wasore jane na so heso betimi ato aso ana se wontimi ento akansene so Prince Adukabna. While here now want to me and to I can say this so. Senegal Yamfa the players in India Kono South Korea. Omu players in India. Jetron Sade from Omu Ejamwesi Akanibi. Edia Ghana. Jereza Prince Edu Kabina betting have a twaso and I say Untimi and Twaso and Farmer the Black Stars of Ghana. Kim Jai. The Piasso de Bonaquecha Kwakoma, you mean Castro James. Yeah, you never can see him. Wapon home again. Ediama South Korea team no pa. Eugene Rabantane day Eddie. Referee say a penalty.
Yes, that's the penalty.
Ghana.
Needless penalty from Calibri Renchi because at that moment, he had all the positions that are not yet covered. And who the entire Calibri Renchi decided say Obesonumu in that situation. That is poor penalty to give away. After say one ball very good football in the entire duration of the game, you don't commit such a blunder. But then again, I think say it was poor defensive work from Alidu Seidu. You don't tackle the way or tackle, And for a centre back, and I say right back, for left yes, of course, a penalty for South Korea.
Ejine Kwaswaro no center referee no aje penalty at the Black Stars of Ghana. Ho Hinchan. Papa can say the monche the modern boss when he was right at box in the and I can't Calibri and said Davi in my uncle. We saw within 2 former center referee penalty at Ghana. One Casasa Kwako for board the ball. Juan Hinchan. Bono and never penalty no. Gideon Mensah say when Tiasi into Nankasa a referee chain. Say referential the entire watch penalty at the Ghana. A penalty. Jerbo at the Black Stars of Ghana.
Many surprised with the player behind the ball, Wang Lichang. Asia Kaidema Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he's always been ever present. And today, when Crasser coach, he decided to start starting on from the bench. But this time around, we get opportunity, wins a penalty, and an opportunity to Obenya the second goal at South Korea.
Ghana yensa kaya Prince Adu Kwabena ntimi anto aso. Ama Prince Kwabena Wusu. A penalty. One he chan, one ever penalty no. One more. Benjamin Asaro so penalty ning. Well, penalty number goalkeeper Benjamin Asare Asomu Ediama Ghana.
I've already told you about Ben Asare and the exhibition and then Oyewa has said yes, he's considered a cheap goal, but I think that making up for that penalty save, you know, extra the quality as a goalkeeper. I think since it's here there will be a new Obeka when it comes to Ben Asare, any that opportunity he's had as the number 1 for the Black Stars. Good save. He was rooted on his line. Make sure say Obetwain for the striker to hit the penalty, and then he made that mover with save the situation. Credit to Ben Asare, good work done.
The South Korea Sababa Yensa Kayo can say him. Makacha say Ohem Nante Tubako Jemusia kind of South Korea bench one. Womosa Kutam Nante Dumotre. Ente South Korea. Romoye Sakaye. Park Jinsim Befra can see him. Russia number 16 Jesse and area the South Korea Park Jinsim upon Homodin. Kono Femo. Ama Kinjim Gu, what on Abisham Bessia Kanibi, Adiama South Korea. Ebene kwa neko Sima Adriasa and 34 minutes. Canada for the Kabako Muntimenti. South Korea penalty. Benjamin Asare upon Homodi SO penalty him. Here track and series of Bonakakodi. A throw in a Ghana to Edetia South Korea. Gideon Mensah. Wono and Akofa Bonabeto, and then we honor your Sahini. And I say captain at the Mighty Black Stars of Ghana. Afabono Binkumato. Bonakode Prince Kwabena Wusunenso. Bona Intimiako. Prince Kwabena Wusu kind of FC Montreal or USMM. South Korea branch back from Tiurafia Shena Bense. Gemana for Yemerania Quantum to a Kensi, so Caribbean. Ball our bono or bono fate can so any year for fair to see me. I said, I was so young.
Now that was Kwesi brother. But then again, you cannot blame him because Bibiana player no run it, you know, he's a defensive midfielder. He needed to at least cover the spaces, you know, and when Timian cover the year, Nessa a copying player no and him. And so he needs to be careful in that in that situations. Referees ever result infringement against you anytime.
Reference upon a drop body at Tobona Kwakodi, South Korea. Woman say a Kabako, Ariatia Ghana intime anti-etino. Nasa Kobasa walk up, Yasha Munto Muswasha, and one no. Bebre will be a bit to me, see, I can see a Yeboimo. We a young Kofaka, see a Fanumino, Ebo. South Korea, one more crab on Piasso de Bonafa, Binkuma Faso. Romania break pass away on the punish Ghana and tea. A goal kick. One Hichan. Jordan said Jetty. What a group of Manosunti referee and Trenson Afe. Jerry Jonas Nina Konya Intimi and Trasso.
He's been rock solid with Honum. We're making sure, sir, Obetimi, our partner, Kojo Pompepra, with the experience. Remember, sir, Kojo Pompepra is a very young player. So he's using his experience to guide him. And wire that to perfection in this game. Of course, allow it across into the 18-yard box. Yentimi and dealing with it, and they are conceding. But you be credited as centre backs. They've been very, very good at the game with me.
Ghana pick up on the Achemu, Calibri and Chi. Kamadin Suleiman and the Crabono. Kamadin, as would be.
Very good run from Kamadin Suleimana. Oh yeah, BBR right, but I think sir we need the placement, to the perfection and not up here. But that was a very, very swift move from the Black Stars, catching them on the break. Because when you have very intelligent players, no more yet the decoy runs and the open defense, at the mouth. And the moment Gideon Mensah tries to run outside. To pull off a year South Korea, a year defender, it opened the space for Kamal Suleimana to run at it. But I'm surprised they went to one for ball and to him. He's one of the very few players going to me a lot of opportunities, but getting goals, a big problem at the moment. But a very good display from the Black Stars.
Jetwaka is a Savannah across South Korea on Finfin. A pinball at Fiobana Kwakoti. Kamadin Suleimana with Piasso Nesulebi. Quasissimo. Kamadin Suleimana. Poroni Crabono Binkuma Faso. Across the bonnet at Chemu. A chance. Nesulebi. Referee on your penalty. Yan Trasso. Christopher Bonsuba, Piasso Debi, when Piasso Yi. Ali do say do across the one take the one at Chimu. Kim in Jaya pinball everywhere. Pushing across from my referee said foul. Yanfantuania Yamuntia Jonas Ajiti.
I think it was needless from Jonas Ajiti because the defender striker no. Nene Oya and say Obetrending and Huamano said Ebeya Obetofem. And so you as a centre back, I was saying Uko Jinechi just to shield him. But I think the Black Stars should have had a penalty after say Brandon Thomas Asante was slipped in the back. Amanenya enough contact on the ball. But this is what we expect. Fighting spirit from the Stars, and they are showing it.
Kojo upon Pepra. What I call come Jonas Ajiti. Christopher Bonsuba betimi akọ across the border there Chemu Prince Enseye Brandon Thomas Sante appear so the border come Calibri Enchi the border kwachi the border come Christopher Bonsuba Brandon Thomas Sante Aliru say to Krabono the Fafa so apeja border there Chemu Next one, you born a free born and say, Caribbean G, we bet you born a trot and then so referee, born and say, Black Stars of Ghana, but short, next that be. Brandon Thomas Asante back gave him chance on the modern bono air credit.
He's a man on fire. Oko Coventry City, he's their top scorer this season. Very good performance. And Ome Odi Emma the championship side, But in this game, at least the two strikers, a bit of options up front, and then I expecting from Utuado and then Rentino. Now the South Koreans are pinning in their own half. It's very difficult for them to move to the Black Stars half because there were two strikers. Also, how these few minutes, a very good moment, a creative bit of chances, but so far I think that we even if we should lose this game, the Black Stars have played really well. I will give win.
A Piyabon and Temple to the Chimnanko Prince Ousu Gideon Mensaje, but I will be Kuma Faso de Amagana, but they are fan Fifi, Quasissimo. Kwesi apia so the bona fanifa. Akodi Alidu Seidu. Seidu de ama Christopher Bonsuba. Christopher Bonsuba. Air foul. Lee Taisu, coordination go na man. South Korea wana kodi samani ama referee. Aje foul we de tia no fifi afema yepo de tia South Korea. Free kick. Kamaldeen Suleiman and Akojia Bonechi. Man was a prince or Usu Kabana. Woman Kojina. A South Korea 80-yard box Lechi. Kamaldeen Suleimana. Referee Shena Bay, Kamaldeen Pigabon and Tempa Sulechi, Christopher Bonsuba rapping one. A chance, let's go keep on. I said, there you go. That's what referee say offside. Watch you offside there, Tiagana. Jonas Sajete the ball to Tottenham, so assistant line 2 said there be a offside there, Tiagana.
Yes.
Christopher Bonsubano, yes, why offside?
Yes, he was in an offside position.
No, I offside. Christopher Bonsubano offside the crown signer. Jonas Sajete the ball to Tottenham.
It's an offside. It's a free kick. These are right calls from the referees.
Ghana the ball to Tottenham. National Christopher Bonsubano and the DKA offside. And I feel Jonas Sajete ko 29. And to go na nya de betim agina. A offside aye board there the Black Stars of Ghana goalkeeper Bam King. Apeja ball there chemu. O ma pin ball free wall. South Koreans then we said there be omudi agra Ghana betimi amade fire omo time. Ghana e the ball to Tottenham. Omo modern ball no aso ani ye papa. Jonas Sajete. She born area children so that be antimi ankoba bia. Kwesi si border from you born kama. Caribbean enchi. Gideon Mensachi bono ben kuma faso. She born area fan fin. A far away to Ghana Sanse. Prince Owusu Kwabena. I will see a Academy FC Montreal. Or US Memuno.
Prince Osei. Prince Osei.
Prince. Referee Ajefa where they Tiano. Ebene kwa na konti the Black Stars of Ghana wo bibia omonhwe na amonya ne preko isanse ball idea to matene mu no moment mi anya hu bibia akanse nyina beba na wie na fei 2 matches Ghana anyonko fa kai so mko boni na ne o man shada akoyi amfa mama tie di kan against Japan and afei die eguso ekoso yi against South Korea also Benjamin Asare who pia so kwanim was one so mukra where am akwasisimo se body am Jonas Sajete ajete dia kwa kwasisimo se boy jina so dia Jonas Sajete wonifa Jonas Sajete wo pia so de kwanim otwa bana tenten di bona chemo South Korea am yi bona de free war Bora kwa kodi Brandon Thomas Asante odi ama Calibri nchi Richie bona akoma Alidu Seidu Alidu de ama Christopher Bonsuba odi ama Calibri nchi ko sibode bi wasa gina so pia so Ghana teka na nyama ma bolo mbode fe na so da bi Jonas Ajeti, Calibrianchi, Kwesi Sibo, Jonas Ajeti, Alidu Seidu, Calibrianchi. What are quite a kakama? Kojo upon Pepra, what the Amagidion Mensa Benkum. Kamadin and Timian Fabon, one aquatic Quasisibo, Fifia Fem, Quasidia Macalibrianchi. Calib the Bora Fanny Fadi Amalidu Seidu. Alidu dia Quachakoma Calibrianchi, Rinchidia Malidu Seidu, what the one aquacha Neso Calibasako Aquaje, a Piasodia Majona Tajeti, Quasisibo, Kojo upon Pepra, Gideon Mensajo Benkuma Faso. Ghana Ranchero Bobby Binan so Muntimin Fabo and to South Korea to them. And only a dear Kaya Shady Mose and a young Betimiaye. Kojo upon Pepra, Kojo Apeja Bonadia Chemu, Nanso be any Homa goalkeeper, Sam Bunkin, Russell Body. Jet to I can say so. Ghana Ranchero, a beer so betting me at your Canada, South Korea, as when you have said, Tagana to me and Teneka. One was very some betting me. And it goes in the Biaka home. A foul. Christopher Bunsubanya foul, and Africa, Kaya boy at South Korea. Lee Taisu, when they say go no, Sima Duakonina, so referee for Simami and Sa Entoso. 90 minutes in Inaso. Was here for Simami and Sa and Entwakan Seneso. Alidu Seidu. Mapega Bonadia Banfifia from Mapim. Calibri and Chiwaje. What am I questionable? Question the border for Binkum. What am I Gideon Mensa? Gideon Jasso, the Bonasanachi. Aqua Comba Kojo upon Pepra. Kojo Bon Homodin, Calibri and Chekrabon Fifi. Warrior Jonas Ajeti. Ajeta Pega Bonadia Chemu, Nanko Prince was a Usunan so and Timianco. The Shibona de Frio, Bonabedin Fifi FM, Jonas Ajeti, Warrior Kojo upon Pepra, Kojo Adia Fan Fifi, or the Ama Calibri and Chi, Rienchi the Bonaquachacoma Jonas Ajeti. Ajete edi crab or the Kojo upon Pepra, Kojo dia Fabin Kunsama Gideon Mensa, Gideon Apega Bonnet and Tendia Chemore Kamadin Suleiman and Enso, Kamadina Fabon, Piaso Debi, or Bon Tintin Teludo. Enya dia Christopher Bunsuba Betinia Fa, Entiatashe, a goal kick, South Korea, Airport Ediatia, Ghana. Sima, me and Senator so make us a Yabuba Sima Mienu. Na Kaisirina Epanawi. Make us say the Black Stars of Ghana Rancher woman when you must say almost someone from back with you. No somebody bono, as well ni yepa. Apia Bona Chemo Bona Trashy throwing here to Ediatia. The Black Stars of Ghana.
I think the boys not born more day in this game. Considering the circumstances at the point that most of the top players in the crowd are free camp, but to lose 1-0 in the manner at which Omo Elusi, you know, for me I think they really played very good football. But it's hard. It's hard to take because the end results, you know, it matters more than any other thing in the game. Even though just a friendly game, but I think that a victory or even a point in this game would have been much more important than a defeat. But I think they've really given us a spirited performance.
Kim Jong-un, when the crowd only from us, appear so at the bottom bench. South Korea, Pego, Tosumi, no Pegabona de Timo. Nansu Jonas Ageta rapping, Quasia Ibona Fio. Boneda Soil Ghana 80 box in a chi. A goal kick. Referee ashana bedi akansi ni nyina bana wiye goala Lee Tansik or the Twatina Munanoa. And ya crack and see the man and Penna South Korea, Shabako, Emma Ghana, Anthony, and to where I can see a phenomenon. And it's a so.
Very good football from the Black Stars, but then I was saying congratulating South Koreans. You know, they really came in with that mentality of wanting to get all 3 points, and eventually Omenia the 3 points. You know, for the Black Stars, better luck next time. They played very good football, even without some of the key players. Set up the move, but equally players will win your opportunity. You know, X-ray say Omenia good when given opportunity, and so for Ben Asare, I think that the exhibition, what a lot of people expected, say Obeyano. I think in this game, yes, he considered a cheap goal, but I think that saving that penalty extra with the kind of quality Ben Asare possesses. So kudos to the entire team from the Japan game to the South Korea game. No, we have shown glimpses of quality, and with the return of your most trusted nationals, you know, we expect to see Beko into the competition and play very well. Kevin Nkrumah and Heung-min Son, a legend of the game. Of course, when you opportunity like this, you get to spend it with some of the top players. And so Kevin Nkrumah, any opportunity to share a word with Heung-min Son. Congratulating to the Black Stars. We hope say on Betima a fighter coming now in the future. No, you will very good things from the Black Stars.
Right, so you better Bismarck Kweku Sapon, you better not say Papa Sanso, and her commentary on the free South Korea.
Yes, maybe he might not be playing the top leagues in Europe, but to be to say Marco Verratti, looking at deep line playmakers at Italy and Tramunino, at the end of 2025, now say Italy starting game. Na Manolo Catelli and a ball as a defensive midfielder. Now coach Essa Niwua, now they will be replacing the Brian Cristante. And they are seeing him. So what did I say? They have a system problem, which I understand. But to me, must say, a country that has won the World Cup 4 times. Whoever can win a trio, and me qualify for the World Cup. And say no, we should give Libya. Mentally, the Italian players are weak. Excellent first half. Yes, Omuntimi no way now to qualify. But they needed to send a message. Say Italy is not dead. Musa ball short Bakubi. Then the next one ball net the net. Then the Italian national team collapsed. This has been a problem. Omufu say Italians friend Grenta. See, will be on this side the Italian national team. Yes, maybe tactically he might not be up there with great Italian coaches. How many opportunity to coach the national team? But best Grenta names to say how you psych yourself to approach issues. Obiano are better than Gennaro Gattuso.
Throwing here to Ediatia. The Black Stars of Ghana were told Edia Kwechi, Son Heung-min, but Piasso Edia Kwakoma. Oh, Hyun John, one in the crowd on with Piasso, they are funny financial. Ghana Ranted at Tiniaji, a piano, and not to form Ama referee, Ajay Fao, Ediatia, South Korea. Oh, Minju.
Give away a man fight and entertaining one. Ghana and South Korea have Then in 2014, proud to the World Cup, Ghana shared South Korea by 4-0. And so, Asia World Cup, no be a winning back, but at the World Cup, Ghana ate South Korea by 3-2 with Mohamed Kudus share 2 goals. So far, I think South Koreans, in the kind of quality the Black Stars, possesses. So they will try as much as possible, taking advantage of how Ghana ya set it up. No may you see the flanks already attacking. But I think that Utuade and Renteno are very resolute with regards to how we position and making sure we pulling up or closing up all the spaces. Here, the first 10 minutes will determine how strong the Black Stars stand against South Korea.
Sima besa miensa ya boy de South Korea mranche no na womo ani abrese kwan bia so womo ebetimi adi nkuni medical de atudwa se work up ay boy show meka miensa ema obuti mu mienu no obu jakofa mai so mranche a wo sha se womo ana na womo gina agopama no so a womo ehwe se ombetimi adi nkuni mte womo tim se omo beti omo ho ene esan se work up no eyomo ye pa enti no ade akansie no so no ye hwe se bibia so ebetimi akoda fei ball na kwakodi the Black Stars of Ghana nenso South Korea J referee say a foul Alidu Seidu one on go try ma center referee aje foul edetia Ghana head coach Otuado wodi carry to just say ne mranti amupra na Eden say Ghana betimi enya replacement esan say versus honsensem na ayeden dia momo eti omo wo ho na wo mo a na be sha se edi ama Ghana ball na kwakodi the Black Stars of Ghana Jonas Ejete opia so da kwakoma Alidu Seidu apega ball in tempo so da chilanko he Prince Edukwabra Prince Owusu odano opia so da kwachi odi kwakoma Prince Edukwabra kwabra ekura ball the Black Stars of Ghana Prince Owusu the ball na konechi wodi ama Alidu Seidu the ball na fanfin born the Black Stars of Ghana almost I shall say Ebo Bibi Ghana Manchester so I shall say Ebo Bibi Jonas Ajeti Prince Owusu Calibrenchi Alidu Seidu Nenso bona trash ama a throw in the two edit the Black Stars of Ghana Sima and 9 enter money 4 minutes in your boy I can see him South Korean Shebi Ghana and Shebi we ayan kofa kan si afanu mi no ebo na omode aso ma ho de ahwe ball across South Korea o finfin Lee Kanin we pia so de ball na kwachi Cho Yong Min or the command goalkeeper Son Bun Kin South Korea what when the crowd will repair so Antimi Anko Ama Jonas Ejete Ajede Kama the Black Stars of Ghana Mrantiano Gideon Mensah the ball na kwachi command goalkeeper Benjamin Asare Benjamin Asare wakobama na tashi throw with here to Ediatia the Black Stars of Ghana Oh Hyun Kun one was number AJ Senano Pay Edema South Korea 2022 World Cup Ghana and South Korea boy no oh South Korea players na emu mako enwotwe wo mo esha se de mo Black Stars of Ghana bona kwakọ di Jonas Ejete edi amakwadwo upon pepra Gideon Mensah Ghana Mranche no kwasi sibo di amakalibre renchi epia bono so odi bona kwakọ Prince Owusu di bona fani fafa so the Black Stars of Ghana Mranche na chase Bobby Prince Owusu betimi akoden so da bi bona trash a throw in here to Ediatia South Korea
the Black Stars now Oman started really well, but then in the last 5 minutes, Omenya very good control game so, and they are making sure say Ombetimi take the advantage. That was a very sweet run from Prince Owusu, but then Ointimi utilizing that space. You know, that is one of his qualities. Very good on the ball, very conversant. Anytime they are Obenya those spaces, and that's what we expect. Say Obetimi exploit it.
Prince Edukwabra betimi akona so goalkeeper Son Bun Kin also born in area South Korea. Born akwakodi Kim Min-jae. Gosi akan area Bayern. Ghana South Korea na Kim Min-jae ejire ho de momo. And then so ojire ho de South Korea. Goalkeeper Son Bun Kin. Apia so de ama Kim Min-jae. Kim Min-jae the one quite as a command goalkeeper Son Bun Kin South Korea. Apaya ball and temper so that Chemu Finfin. Jonas Agete wrap him. Alidu Seidu. What am I questionable? Referee say a foul young Fantona, young Muntia South Korea sunset. Later I saw Kwasisi Bomo Finfin. Emma referee. A chief out at South Korea. Next one, massage Bono Finfin, Piasso de Bonafa, Benkuma Faso. A bonus goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. A sobo on the media man. The Black Stars of Ghana, the Banner 20 password, Pija, and I change FM. Prince of Dukabna. Ya saw the more reference. A foul, young Fanto, na Yemuntia South Korea.
So that was a strong challenge from Kim In-jae. And we share a year Edu Kwabena. He knew exactly what he wanted to do because when himself Sebo no bounce with the strength, you know, obey me out of a power Kim In-jae. But the only thing Kim In-jae needed to do is say obey me a halting from attacking, and ultimately we need that free kick. At least in the first 10 minutes of the game, you know how strong the Black Stars can play. Anytime they are in your ball, no, at least the midfielders, you know, Ebabe receiving the ball. Our movement have been very, very swift, and we are making sure, say, you be utilizing the spaces as South Koreans, you know, at the MIA. So far, South Koreans and share that Emba game not so well, but then you share that to enough of a year, you know, an attacking threat there, but we are doing our bit.
Prince so we see achieve one of their friends. Referee say foul young Fantona, Yemuntia the Black Stars of Ghana say Kwasisibo. Wako Soling can imu. Kim In-jae. Appears to the Bona Kwakoma. Cho him in. Wasadi ama Kim In-jae. Min-jae the Bona Fani Fafaso. Lee Tai Suk. Wapeja Bona de Achemo. So Gideon Mensah, the Coco Ajibona to a Pianso Akoma, Kojo Pompepra, Karim Renchi, the crab by the Black Stars of Ghana, Jonas Ajeti, what am I to say? Do Apejabon and Tempaso that Chemo here, Prince Adukablanenso, German Kwaya Jibona, their feelings. South Korea, Mantano, Bomb Homo, some betting. I think Kurema cancel. So the Black Stars of Ghana. One more say, Yanema Bopin. NTN, she betting my ball. Calibri and G. Bukrabono, and the Black Stars of Ghana on Finfin. But Piasso, they are funny if I come a little Seidu the ball, not quite. What am I, Christopher Bonsuba? Calibri and G. Alidu Seidu. One of the Crabon, where Piasso Sadia Quachakoma. Calibri and G. Kwasisibo, Kojo Pompepra, Gideon Mensah, Wadiakwacha Koma, Kojo Pompepra, Kojo de Bonakoma, Kwasisibo, Sibo Apobona de Afani Fafa, so they might say do. I lead with Jaswasari Bonakwacha Koma, Jonas Ajeti, Ajeti Afan Fifi, Caribbean Renchi, Ediamat Alidu Seidu, Seidu Apeja Bonati, more Prince. Edu Kwabena, the goalkeeper Son Bunkin was about him at South Korea. I can't say no be a airport home say on Preman, young Kwafabon to Nottingham. Calibrianchi. Bukrabon, the Black Stars of Ghana, Gideon Mensah. Gideon Piasso. Referee say Yantuaso. South Korea. Appears to the Bonakwacha Kwakoma. Kim In-jae. Or the Akwacha Koma Lin Tai Suk. Kim In-jae Saji. Appears to the Bonafide Fifi. South Korea. Appears to all here. Son Heung-min. Then Sachi Bonadia Fio Masaji Bonon Fifi. Appears to the Bonako Binkum. Son Heung-min. When friend him one ban finfin. Bona kodi Kim Min-jae. On finfin afema de South Korea. Wache mu de akwa koma Son Yong-woo. South Korea. One more say Ghana mlanche de be na from apega bona de ase o ma che san say e ba speed o mu obi chen Ghana. To pia bona so sa Son Heung-min order form ama referee say e foul yem fanto na e munche san say Prince Adu Kwabena okotwa captain Son Heung-min at the network form.
I think that is what you are supposed to be doing. Your press, I am very slow. In the South Koreans in India ball now, they are able to pass the ball now around themselves because you press and pressing also no you in doubles, you in singles. They are so comfortable on the ball, and that is not how you play against some of these Asians. On what keep your passes then they get those spaces no more exploited because of their speed. It is a 1 year press resistance. Now we with a lot of players on the ball, issues, and this is what you're lucky so far in the game. Anytime they are ever pressing, you're more able ball and that is what is missing so far with the Blasters team.
But across South Korea, Mecca said. The whole person say the Black Stars of Ghana players need benny man from one page bonus your machi. And now I'm has bet me the ball at him. Now so nya team ya pass ball across South Korea on Fifi FM. Appear so the one come Kim Min-jae. But the one through center circle. Or trouble ya far ni far. Pinball there few on so Gideon Mensah. Benji bona fedensem referee say entwaso waje fawa de tia South Korea sanse Ohungu what's your number 18 jersey and no pay edema South Korea wono Ekopia Gideon Mensah.
I think Gideon had all the opportunities second ball no obe pass your man teammate but Ochel ball no so South Korea is overcrowded now Olusubono, but it was intelligent to win the sympathy of the referee with that shout in it, and yet that call for a free kick.
Sima Eduna Elfred di kind Tamwani South Korean shape Ghana shape we Yankofa can see afenunu airborne and ano pay I say why and the modern ball everything ya konkan e wa kan say South Korea mo de kwabono Kojo upon paper. The piano my referee say a foul young fanto na Montia South Korea. Number 22 jersey. So who you? One of the coding signs someone in my center referee J foul with the tiano. A free kick. Benjamin Asare. I catch them and tell this over come. Appeja bona e achemo Fifi FM. Baba rapping bona for bona kwakodi Gideon Mensah. Apopo no hwe Prince Adu Kwabena. Nenso went me anye bono. South Korea mo bom homode papa. Nenso Ghana mlantere so yebi kwesisibo. Ajibona ferinsem referee say ampa osolumu etiem fanto na yemontia South Korea.
That was a very good work. Castro, the obey Biaso, obey this process, but Kwesisibo looks so strong on the ball and very difficult say Omobeje until say Omo Efao. So far, I think that he's been one of the top performers ever game no more. And then again, on any Abrante de Calibre and cheap partnership together with Prince Owusu in that midfield, area they very good results at the Mother Black Stars. As to whether say the good performance is not individually or put up, collectively a bit my yielding result, a bit of the goals. That's what we are expecting at this moment. At least we've seen individually how good the Black Stars can play, but as a collective effort, team no better than no many goals. That's what we are waiting for.
The Black Stars of Ghana, South Korea in Yakonya. Oh, Benkuma Faso. Medican say, almost heard him say Ghana Bebech and Nimana Fay, woman Pejabona de Sio Manchester say, Bemika, woman too. The Black Stars of Ghana, Sape Pepe, and 1 more year. Jonas Ejete a pinball no ma bono a share a connectica. Japo Ediatia. The Black Stars of Ghana. Kojo upon Pipra. What I go Pramano so. Wasola Jan now say betting me at work and say so. Jonas Ejete. One on the bottom home day. A pinball free one and so. Ball which is an annual day pa a bonnet him. Into reference say unconscious and for intimina koyan to a can see so. I want to a corner kick. Jebodi Black Stars of Ghana. Son who mean or Pega Bonnet de Chimu. Nenso Benjamin Asari a pinball no reference a corner yen San Fantuana e Muntia Ghana. Bobon goalkeeper Benjamin Asari pinball if you Human son is Jabonechi. Son who mean a Bobonica Clebi, Nelson Ghana Mantana Clebi, Bonnet will be anyhow. Our South Korea goalkeeper, Son Bung Kun, appears to the Bonacqua Coma, Kun King. But the Bonacqua Jacoma came in Jai. South Korea, I'm not telling you, be so betting me to attend the kind of work I see him so. Black Stars of Ghana said they're bidder. South Korea, Crabon, Mancasoma Fem. But the Bonafide Fafa Kakoma Park JC. JC, na you born the Bonafide Binkuma Faso. Then swap him aside, came in Jai. South Korea players no na sem ranche no mojibo na ya na ne je na den omoji omotimi bobia ansana Ghana yen setimi aka ajibo na tim Christopher Bonsuba opia so de bona koma Alidu Sedu kwasisimo Prince Osu what the bona kwa che So who mean on the crab or Piasso and one and to me and quality said to a money crime. Piasso the Bonaqueta Kakama, Jonas Ejete, Ejeta Pegabon Yachemon 50 FM, Prince and Lucabra, Maniquine, Yapimbodo, Eddie 5th. Christopher Bonsuba. Reference a foul young Fantona, Yamuntia, South Korea Sunset. Lee Tai Suk. One will copy Christopher Bonsuba, Emma Refia Jeffa, where they are man. Yes, I can't feel the kind of Sima, I do no back on Tamuani. South Korea and Shaby, Ghana and Shaby. Gideon Mensah. Prince Tukabra. Tukabra down off for the Bonner Economy. Piasso de Bonner Fanny Fafaso, where I am Christopher Bonsuba. Bonsuba Pesotabo, what I met to Cabra, Nancy goalkeeper Son Bunkin, a Tibia Sobon, Mariama, South Korea.
That was a very beautiful play from Prince Edu Kwabena. Christopher Bonsuba had opportunity, but I think the decoy ran no, from the right back or whoever player now or around Prince Edu Kwabena and Amboa. Christopher Bonsuba because we yes at decoy right now. Or Jibona, I was say at the right back no oba be fa ho se de be ya oba use as a decoy either so be pass the amount and also be cut in or strike but then it was only the striker and now all making runs into the 80-yard box so he needed to locate him but that pass now no day but so far at least we are seeing a lot of positives in the Black Stars play anytime you imagine ball Biano who say interpositionally your players need a very good picking those spaces and they are making good runs but then like I said earlier you play very good individually but collectively if I yield the results I will expect and no and the biggest of the problem but so far we've enjoyed a very good game in the first 22 minutes.
Kim Min-jae the ball from Finfi Aqua cover Lee Tai-suk Tai-suk has the ball work here with Pianso the ball Aqua cover Kim Min-jae South Korea ran to the body the ball from Finfi Aqua cover Oh Hungu song we crab on a bit to me at Trinity Amanica, Jibon reference Alidu Seidu, but you throw in Adiama Ghana. When we say playing so Usu at a form. I saw the channel now, so see I can't even be here my sporting club. And then when you're going to see I can't edama Black Stars of Ghana. Air through in Ghana, air to Edetia, South Korea. Alidu Seidu. One of the crab on the Black Stars of Ghana. To one of the command Prince Eduka Venezuela, South Asia, Reficiento, and Fantia South Korea on Fifi Afem. Where I am Kofa can see at South Korea, Ghana, Eddie Albany. Ghana and South Korea share of Qatar 2022 World Cup no mun share biom. We did the kind craft and no be no share. Ashibona de Achemo Calibrianchi or the Amalidu Seidu Kwasesimo Debbie Prince Usa Sadibona Koche Achibono Kwasesimo Kamadin Sulemana Achibona Free Ninsa reference a throw in the Anton Fantia Ghana So who Watobona Manata is high throw in here toward the Tia Ghana
it is really expected because one of those players now and then one of the opportunities may take players on. But I think that Osha squad anymore is one of the most experienced players of Boy squad, so he should be doing more in this game. But in Shedan, he needs to lift himself up. And yes, I wouldn't be surprised he will be the first substitute or try to ever give him.
Throwing a water ball, what I could do. So who mean with Pianso their friend Finfi Akoma Lee Kai in South Korea. Kim Min-jae. A pigga ball at the Achemo. Nansu Kojo Pom. Prepare you born a Frama. Quasi boy trap. Born at the Frama, not trash through in the to Editia. Black Stars of Ghana. South Korea, Mecca say. Sima, do you know in Siam or Fatika anymore? Abombodim Bono. Ekon Kaipanasa was so. Ghana.
Obviously, it's rightly expected. They are playing at home. Omunim the terrain, the weather conditions, and it goes into their favor. But for the Black Stars, this is a new crop of talent. Aya Sambo, Bibrinambo together. A year like this stage before. they would have to struggle. But then I am so much excited for the Blasters. I say we are not breaking our spaces. We are not breaking the ship. You're looking resolute. Players in the ball now, we are calm on the ball. They are able to attack and they are able to defend in units. And then they are every good team they are no showcase even when possession they are encore in their favor. So far, I think that the Blasters have performed really well. I will give you
Benjamin Asare. One play no cry. What Pierre Sodia Mali said when he found faster. Aliu dia koma Jonas Ajeti. Pierre so Eddie Amali do say to Calibro Inchi. Kwasisibo. Gideon Mensache open kum. Nanso da bi odbona kwakwache. Referee and Twaso. Bonikra South Korea won finfin. Piasso de bona fani fakwa kodi Chu Yumin. What are fun finfin. Lita is sick. We trouble in temper so they actually move. Counter attack na no mo person mo here. Say Juma na. And South Korea person mo here. You bed him no mapeja ball na say say one more speed. And so many me catch up. Ghana to no mo peja say kira. Na so mo de ko. Ball na trash it through here toward the South Korea. Here toward the South Korea. Ali do say do. Wato ade ma Calibri Inchi. Rinchi di bona ko etia koma Jonas Ajeti. Ajeti apia so ade ma Gideon Mensah wa peja achim na so ntimi anko. Na chepo na dia fi Ghana mna chale nsem. Na so masa kwa kwaje. E foul. Je body etia Ghana is say Gideon Mensah. And e ko try ama referee. Aje foul etia Ghana. Kim Min-jae. Piasso de Banaka Koma Kovun Yuk. What they are fabbing kum ama Kim Min-jae. South Korea Mlantano.